Welcome to Howard's Opinion, the only podcast where you get the unvarnished truth about the world of sports. We've got a jam-packed show for you, filled with all the latest news and updates from the world of football, or soccer as some of you may call it. First off, let's talk about the upcoming World Cup. The biggest tournament in international football is just around the corner, and teams are finalizing their preparations. But amidst all the excitement, there's been some controversy brewing. Neymar, Brazil's star player and all-time top scorer, has been involved in a training ground rift with his teammate Robinho Jr. at Santos. According to reports, the two players got into a scuffle during practice, with Robinho Jr. alleging that Neymar slapped him. Now, Neymar has come out and apologized for the incident, saying that these things happen in soccer and that he had a reaction and exaggerated a little. But the question on everyone's mind is, will this affect his chances of playing for Brazil at the World Cup? Neymar hasn't played for the national team since an ACL injury in October 2023, and coach Carlo Ancelotti is expected to announce his World Cup squad soon. In other news, Gerard Pique, the former Barcelona star, has been making headlines with his involvement in FC Andorra, a club he purchased in 2018. The team is currently sitting in 10th place in the second division standings, but Pique has been fined and partially closed the stadium for 2 matches after telling a match official that, in another country, they would tear you apart, but here in Andorra we are a civilized country. And finally, in some exciting news for NFL fans, Jameis Winston has been making waves with his recent performances. But we'll have to wait until later to dive into that story. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion, folks. We're diving into the world of football, or soccer as some of you may call it, and a very interesting story has caught my attention. It's about Darwin Núñez, the Uruguayan striker who's had quite a journey in his career so far. From his time at Benfica to Liverpool, and now his stint in Saudi Arabia with Al Hilal, Núñez has seen it all. But what's really intriguing is that he's been sidelined since February due to registration issues, making way for the legendary Karim Benzema. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Howard, why should we care about some football players' struggles? Well, let me tell you, Núñez's story is a fascinating one. He was once touted as one of the most promising young strikers in the world, but his time at Liverpool was marred by criticism and inconsistency. And now, it seems like he's getting a second chance to revive his career. Reports suggest that Chelsea and Juventus are interested in signing him, which could be a great opportunity for Núñez to prove himself once again. But the question is, can he rediscover his form and become the player he once was? Only time will tell, folks. It's also worth noting that Núñez's situation raises questions about the nature of football today. With all the money and politics involved, it's not just about the beautiful game anymore. It's about business, and sometimes talented players like Núñez get caught in the crossfire. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on Darwin Núñez's story. It'll be interesting to see how his career unfolds from here. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. As we wrap up today's show, I want to take a closer look at the recent performance of the Los Angeles Dodgers. It seems like they're finally starting to heat up, and I'm not just talking about the California sun. In their latest game against the Houston Astros, the Dodgers scored an impressive 12 runs, which is more than they had scored in their last 5 games combined. This breakout performance has got me wondering if this could be the turning point for the team. We've seen some of the big-name players like Freddie Freeman and Shohei Ohtani start to find their groove. Freeman has been tinkering with his stance, and it seems to be paying off, while Ohtani is starting to look like his old self again. And let's not forget about Kyle Tucker, who's been pressing early in his first year with the Dodgers, but has now got a hit in 5 straight games. Now, I know what you're thinking. This was just one game against a struggling Astros team with a dismal 5.82 ERA. But sometimes, all it takes is one big win to get the momentum going. The real test will come this weekend when they host the Atlanta Braves, who are currently sporting the best record in baseball. As we look ahead to that series, I'm curious to see if the Dodgers can keep this momentum going. Will they be able to carry over this newfound energy and confidence into their next game? Only time will tell, but for now, it's definitely something to keep an eye on. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep your head in the game.